So we're just going into week number 2 of Donald Trump's presidency, and he was absolutely right when he said you're going to win so much your head will spin, because the first week of his presidency was literally dizzying with how much he fucking did. And I was thinking about how Donald Trump he seems to be keeping all of his promises so far, at least more than most other presidents ever would, and he's executing on them almost immediately. And it reminds me of something I was thinking about many months ago, maybe even an entire year ago, when I was contemplating the possibility of a Trump presidency, and what it would mean for this outside of the box candidate to become president, an outsider. Somebody who's not a career politician, and people would say, oh, that's risky, he has no political experience, how could he ever be a politician if he has no political experience? We need Bernie Sanders, the Hillary Clinton, we need the professional career politicians. And I'm like, that makes no sense. The very term career politician has negative associations with it because we know that it's just some stupid cunt who sells his soul to the corporate interests who run government. So who wants another career politician? We need outsiders with real world experience. And one of the things I would always think to myself was, well, will he keep his promises? You know, Trump says he's going to build a wall, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Well, what if he's just some reckless, egomaniacal douchebag who just wants to go in there for his own ego to make himself feel like he's, the king of the world, the leader of the world? And I thought to myself, you know what? I have a feeling that Donald Trump, if anyone, is going to be the most committed to honoring his campaign promises. And in some ways, you could argue that it's Trump's ego that will make him committed to doing what he said he was going to do. It's Trump's sense of personal pride that, unlike some shit dirtbag career politician like a Hillary Clinton who will sell her soul to the fucking corporate devil, Trump is a dude who's built his life on accomplishments. He's built his whole identity on what he's accomplished. He loves to flaunt his money. That's such a bad thing. He loves to flaunt his global business. But it's his commitment to his businesses. It's his pride, some would argue his egotistical nature in his business and his accomplishments. That's why we can trust Donald Trump. That's why we know that he's going to do what he says he's going to do. Because he has a sense of pride in what he accomplishes. He has a sense of pride in what he does. So if he says he's going to do something, Donald Trump is not the kind of guy who can live with himself, who can sleep at night, knowing that he backtracked on a promise, knowing that he was incapable of living up to his own words, knowing that he was incapable of accomplishing what he's set out to accomplish. So all this fucking pseudo-altruistic, lefty, commie, collectivistic shit, oh, we have to be altruistic and we can't have an ego and we have to be just concerned about others. What do you get when you're so concerned about others? Okay, what do you get? You know, with Bernie Sanders, we get this pathetic, weak faggot whose only plan was, let's tax the rich. We're going to tax the rich and take their money. You have no plan to build, to create opportunities, to create jobs. Bernie's whole plan was, let's just take their money. Going to take the money. What a parasitic and weak-minded mentality. You have no ambitions for building a country based on opportunity. And how you do that? Get rid of the high taxes and you get rid of the excessive fucking regulations. That's how you do it, Bernie the weak boy Sanders. But when you're a weak boy, like Bernie the weak boy Sanders, all you know how to do is look at the big, strong, rich people. You guys got all the power. Give me some of your money, please. As if money is everything. Money is a symptom of economic prosperity. But that's all Bernie wants to do is redistribute wealth because he's a weak boy. Weak mind, weak boy, weak solutions.
I thought that was disgusting. The microphone, they just took the whole place over. That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will, but that was a disgrace.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump's doing what needs to be done. Donald Trump is going to drastically cut the regulations. People say, oh, but then the corporations are going to have carte blanche to just do whatever they want. No, in fact, the corporations want regulations. Ooh, who would have thought that one? Corporations want regulations because it destroys competition. Sorry. You want to know what's more of a pain in the ass to a big corporation than a couple regulations here and there? I'll tell you what a bigger pain in the ass is. A new uprising company with more innovation and more passion, more ambition and more drive that creates more innovative products, etc., services, etc. That's the big threat to a major corporation, not regulations. Regulations are a small price to pay for squandering any potential new companies that might rise up and become a challenge. Minimum wage, for example. You think minimum wage is for poor people? Minimum wage is for poor people? Oh my. Minimum wage is for poor people? Wow, you're dumb as a rock. Minimum wage is a corporate concoction, a corporate scheme to make it impossible for new upcoming businesses to have any chance in the marketplace. Because when you're a new upcoming business and you don't have that much money, you can't afford to pay your fucking employees $15 an hour. So you're just like, fuck it, I can't even afford to get into business, so I'm not even going to try. Walmart loves minimum wage because it means that smaller businesses are going to be incapable of hiring employees and growing because the price of hiring an employee is too fucking high. Minimum wage prices new small companies out of the marketplace, and it ensures the, quote, monopoly of the bigger corporations. So yes, Donald Trump's ego, if anything, is the reason we can trust him. Who would have thought? Donald Trump, I mean, talk about Ayn Rand's philosophy, just, right there playing out before your eyes. The importance of self-interest. The virtue of selfishness. Now, that doesn't mean that, selfishness means you're some type of mentally ill psycho. I mean, Hillary Clinton was selfish. But of course, Ayn Rand would argue that that was not in her long-term self-interest. And it clearly wasn't her long-term self-interest because Hillary Clinton is part of a dying breed. Everyone sees through her facade, and her entire reputation is destroyed, and she lost, and she's probably going to go to her coffin now and die, and then, no one's going to remember who she was. Probably wasn't her long-term self-interest. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, he's looking towards the future, long-term self-interest. He just met with drug companies today. He wants to lower the cost of drugs. He wants to eliminate regulations so smaller companies have a chance to spark innovation, create new cures. Donald Trump is about the fucking future. Long-term rational self-interest. So yeah, I would say that it's because of Trump's ego, because he's so committed to what people think of him, so committed to his life, so committed to his accomplishments, that's why we can trust that he's going to do what he's going to say he's going to fucking do.
Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.